How's it going, everybody? I am the Texan Man. Welcome back to the channel and to another video. This, of course, is my live video review for It Chapter 2, the It 2019 film. Oh, I'm going to flat out say, guys, I have mixed opinions for this review and this movie in general. I was anticipating a film that was going to be amazing. I thought this film was going to somehow be able to at least match and or possibly topple the well-received reviews and, audience reactions to the It 2017 film. This film somehow got the sequel virus. This film is worse than the 2017 It film in so many ways. And it's immediate within the first 3 to 5 minutes of the film that this film is bad. This film starts off with a gay couple. One of them becomes chopped liver and gets killed off by Pennywise. And I guess the people that wanted to adaptate the book and come up with their own version of the It Chapter 2 storyline thought, let's put this in here because nobody is going to care that this film has this. No one's going to notice that we're going to put this in immediately at the beginning of the film at all, and no one's not going to care. I went and saw I went and saw It Chapter 2 this morning around 10 a.m. The theater was packed. When this scene happened, nobody was like, yay, we enjoy gay couples getting killed by killer clowns. No one in their mind, and they're in their seats, was saying that. I said OMG out loud, and there were other people like, really? They were saying, really? Like, why is this in the film at the very beginning? And honestly, the people that I was with, I looked at them and I'm just like, am I watching the correct movie? Are we watching It Chapter 2? Because I've read the book and that's not in it. And even if it is, really, it's put stuff into a film that actually adds to the plot, development, character arcs. Because this gay couple and the guy that gets killed off by Pennywise, they're nobodies. We don't care about them. They add nothing to the plot except for giving a reason, which isn't the actual reason in the book. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. But this is not the reason why the Loser Club comes back to Derry, is because a gay guy gets killed by Pennywise. That's the reasoning. We're supposed to be sold on the fact that a gay guy gets killed by a killer clown, and this is why the Loser Club needs to come back. So that really knocks it down 2 points for me already. I don't care that the guy's gay. The problem is that it, again, just like Fear the Walking Dead season 5 right now having this problem with Al, it adds nothing to the plot. I don't care if you're gay. Beyond me. I don't want to talk about that stuff. But quit putting it into films and movies and trying to force it down our throats thinking it's somehow going to be a plot development and a character arc. It's not, because you say you're gay and that's it. It doesn't add anything. That's it. We're going to talk about positives now. But that's the first 5 minutes or so of the film, and it drives me up a wall. That's what they started with. Amazing Amazing acting from all the actors and actresses. They picked a well-done cast of adults to mirror the kids. Phenomenal job. This movie does end the It storyline, and with that, they did a phenomenal job. I really enjoyed that. It does end it. There's not Pennywise Chapter 3 coming out. This film ends it. That's about it. I mean, there's a few scenes in the film that I'm like, I enjoyed, like the scene where all the losers finally, after 27 years, because apparently they don't keep in touch with social media or calling and texting. I guess they all like, hey, let's all meet up at this sushi place or whatever. That was a funny moment. That was funny. The scene where Beverly gets attacked by a naked woman / Pennywise. I thought that was one of the best scenes in the entire film. And that's it. No pun intended, but honestly, that's it for positives. This movie has so many things wrong. Somehow they were able to take everything that was good about It 2017. They made all those parts of that film worse. And then all the things that were bad in It 2017, they made good. I just rewatched my review of It 2017. I do have it up here on my YouTube channel. It is from my Facebook channel that I ported over. So that is up if you guys want to check that out. And I encourage you guys to do so. I gave It Chapter 1 a 9 out of 10 when it came out. I'm going to be flat out honest with you guys. There's no way this movie is getting that type of rating. This movie's getting way lower. I'm telling you that right now. And while I'm thinking and processing it, I'm just like, I don't know. It's not as bad as Star Wars The Last Jedi. Not as bad as Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but it's still bad. And another problem, this film. All right, here we go. I'm continuing on. I'm done with positives. There's no more positives. So if you guys thought there was a light at the end of the tunnel, there's not. This film is filled with jokes. This is a rated R Stephen King adaptation of the book It. And somehow they made part 2 funny and hilarious. There were several times I was laughing. The people that were with me that I went to saw the film with were laughing. The audience was laughing at stuff. I'm like, there's a couple scenes in the first film that were funny, but it's more like a horror Goonies kind of thing. This film, it's like all the adults are older now, but somehow they're still immature. And because of that, now it's kind of funny, and there's just so many funny things. There's no tension building. This film is filled with jump scares. There's like 2 or 3 of them that got me good. I literally jumped up in my seat a little bit, and I'm just like, I mean, I knew it was coming, but I'm just like, there's no build up. It's just like jump scare. 5 minutes later, jump scare. 5 minutes later, jump scare. And I didn't care, honestly, who lived or died. I mean, I like the fact that they stuck to the source material, especially what they did with I don't remember his name. I can't remember the character's name in the book or the movie. I'm terribly sorry, but he's just that forgettable, and that's why he gets killed off. He ends up killing himself when Mike, the librarian, basically ends up calling and saying, "I need you to come back to there." He ends up committing suicide, the other person, and he's like, "Yeah, I know you guys all need me to be there, but I wouldn't help you, so I just kill myself." And that's how Stephen King writes his character out of story. I like that they kept that because that's in the book, and that's also in the miniseries. So I'm glad they stuck with that. That's one positive, I guess. This film wasn't scary. It was filled with jokes and whatnot. Visually, it was okay. You could tell when CGI was being used. You could tell when the green screen was being used. Literally, the third actor in the final battle, there's green lights, and I'm like, if they just failed at trying to hide the fact that they're using green screen, because literally there's green balls all over the place. I'm just like, and when we actually get to see Pennywise's actual true form, it's CGI. It's completely CGI. You know for a fact that Billy's CGI. And this film somehow has a lot less Pennywise. We get a lot more monsters and whatnot. In this film, Pennywise kills 2 kids. What else? Oh, the son of the sheriff that quote unquote died in the first one when Mike, kicked him down the well. He's still alive. He somehow survived all of that. And now he's in a mental institution. Pennywise, basically, along with his dead friend, I can't remember the character's name, they break him out of the insane asylum, bring him back to trying to kill all the adults. And clearly, in 27 years, he hasn't learned anything. Oh, I just. And his character is like, yeah, 27 years later, I escaped the Arkham Asylum, basically. I'm trying to kill you guys because that's what Pennywise wants me to do because I'm still possessed by him. And he does so in the stupidest ways. They should have left him for dead at the end of it, Chapter 1. I mean, I know he shows up as an adult, but how they handled it film-wise was terrible. We do get to see a lot more of the deadlights, but they're not explained really well. There is a Shining reference in this film, if you are paying attention enough, when Beverly is almost drowning in blood. That was a funny thing. So there are some Easter eggs and references in this movie that, if you're a really diehard horror fan, you'll enjoy it. I'm trying to think of what else. Beverly and Mike, they do end up finally falling in love, and seems like they're married at the end of the movie finally. Only 5 of the loser members from the loser club survive. And yeah, honestly, guys, I was disappointed. Oh, and lastly, this movie's almost 3 hours long. So if you guys do plan to see it in theaters, like, go to the bathroom before you sit down. And instead of having Mountain Dew, I highly encourage you guys to have like an icy. Yeah, and it's last thing. The flashbacks from adult to kid, the adult to a kid. I mean, that was fine for like the first few times, but all the scenes when the loser club is the kids, these scenes were shot when they were making it Chapter 1 in 2017. I understand the purpose of some of the flashbacks because it's kind of integral to the story, but there are so many of them that I'm like, yeah, some of these should have been added into the 2017 It film. That way, both movies were like 2 hours and a half long each. Instead of making the first one like 2 hours and 10 minutes and this one 3 hours long, I feel like they should have put some of the scenes from Chapter 2 into Chapter 1, and the editing and whatnot would have been better for both movies, and explaining things would have been a lot better as well. With that, guys, I'm going to give it 2019 Chapter 2 a 6 out of 10. I'm still going to give it on Blu-ray and DVD, but I really think Chapter 1 is better in a lot of ways. And even in the book and even in the 1990 film with Jim Carrey playing Pennywise, Hollywood can't seem to be able to figure out how to nail the adult half of the It book and make that scary and intense and enjoyable to watch on the big screen. They can't nail that for some reason. And you know what? It's perfectly fine for me. That's why the book is always better, and that's where your imagination is allowed to flow. So I'm going to give it Chapter 2, the 2019 movie, a 6 out of 10. You guys all have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in the next review video. Bye, guys.